Okay. So hi, everybody that's jumping on that is not on the call and listening. So Team Cup, so I just wanted to chat about Team Cup real quick before we really dive into this call. And Team Cup is Beachbody does like usually twice a year. They do like a little friendly kind of competition between coaches, teams of 5. You can have 1 diamond on each team at most. Anybody else can be any rank. You don't have to be like an emerald or anything like that, ruby. But you can only have max 1 diamond on each team. And basically it's just a like try to like recruit as much, get as many Success Club points as you can, and try to just, hi Kelly, do as much as you can like in that month. Rank advance, so you get like for every Success Club point you get a Team Cup point, and then for every time you rank advance, you get 3 cup points. So they do there's like different tiers. So like if everybody on the team hits Success Club 5 and you get a total of like 30 points as a team, you get like the tier 1 prize. I can't even remember what the stuff is. I knew I looked it up. I know there's like apparel and there's like a webinar. So I don't know what, but there's like super fun little prizes. And then there's like a Shakeology hoodie, which is like really super nice. And then the winning team gets an all expense paid trip to LA to meet Carl Deichler and tour Beachbody headquarters and work out with a celebrity trainer and gets their name on the Team Cup. So Canada, those Canadians always win like every year because I mean, Beachbody is pretty new to Canada within like the last 2 years. So if you guys have any Canadian friends, like totally need to reach out to them about being a coach because that market is like hugely expanding right now. But anyway, so Canada usually wins. So anyway, it's fun. It's just a fun competition to really just try to push yourself to a different level, to a next level of coaching. Like if you're a coach to try to get to Emerald, just by signing up 2 people. And so if you're doing like all access challenge packs, which that promo is good until the end of February 28th. Then, that's 6 points. So technically you hit Success Club. As long as everybody gets 6 Success Club points, then you hit, then your team gets, the first tier prize. And for every, I think it's like 30 points, then like 50 points, then like 75 points or something. And if you hit every tier, then you get every prize. So it's not like you only get 1 prize for each tier.
Well, and like I told everybody that's on my team and stuff, because I had some girls saying, oh yeah, I'll do it, but I'm afraid I'm going to bring you down. And what if I don't do anything? And I just basically told them like, I have 0 expectations except that this is a way for Beachbody to kind of light a fire under our butts. It like gives us just a little bit more motivation to start conversations and start inviting and sharing our story. And other than that, you just keep doing what you're doing. And it's not really like, there's no pressure. I just feel like you might as well sign up on a team and continue to do what you're doing, and maybe it lights a fire to make you do a little bit more because the prizes are awesome. I know they're giving away like $20,000 for the gym. Like Carl Deichler sent out those emails, like an at-home gym. Did you see that, Ashley? Yeah.
No, I didn't. Huh.
Yeah, like
I saw a post on Facebook about it.
Yeah, they're like giving away like a laptop and like a new set of weights and something else. Also to the top 20 all access pass challenge sales. So like just off of those, like to the top sale, 20 people, they get like $1,000 towards like their home gym. So, but yeah, it's, it is what it is. I think you might as well be on a team and keep doing what you're doing. But if you're motivated by free things, then this is perfect. So,
great. Yeah. Little friendly competition. I know like for me, it kind of lights a fire under me because it's like, how far can I push myself? And like Melanie Mitra was on a call the other night talking about how she went from like a coach to like a diamond within that month, or like an emerald coach to a diamond, just by recruiting coaches and helping her newer coaches like find 2 people to start their fitness journey too. So totally doable to hit that next rank advancement within that time frame, especially with this February being the last month for the all access pass. And honestly, I don't know what the next step is with that. Like I have usually, we get that email, that Diamond Insider email, like the 29th or 30th of the month. And they usually tell us what the next month's like promos and stuff are going to be. And like what, you know, the up and coming stuff. And I don't know. I really have no idea what they're going to do because I know they're not doing promo challenge packs anymore. So I don't know if they're going to do, I literally have no idea. I can't even fathom a guess because I just don't know. But I think I don't know. I think it's exciting that, you know, with February being the last month for the all access, I think it'll really give us a chance to promote the crap out of that. And to continue to promote the crap out of that all access thing. There's Melissa. Hi, Melissa. So yeah, Team Cup. So I'll do another post in the group, in the team page, probably tomorrow. And just, you know, if you're not on a team and you want to be on a team, just comment. And if we have extra teams, we can always grab more people from like Forever Fit that need a team. Or the dream team or something if people are needing a team. Cause I have 3 right now. But I have 4 more potentially interested. So who knows, we could make a couple teams and
Kayla signed up underneath Cindy as a coach. And so so if you need somebody else, I can talk to her and see. I mean, she's just getting started, but it might be a good motivator for her. She has just, since she started signing up, has started really being more active within group, like posting on other people's, you know, she actually said something the other day, like yesterday, I think, about, oh, I'm really hoping to get a workout in after her long shift, which Kelsey works long shifts. And she's like, oh, you got this, girl. And I was like, do it for you and do it for everybody else, kind of thing. Like now that you're a coach, you don't just work out for yourself, you work out for them too. So now it's like I'm starting to see her, so she might be ready. So let me know if you want me to talk to her.
Okay. And if she's listening, are you ready? If you're listening,
yeah, she was just getting off work and she said she was either going to be driving home or working out, so she wasn't sure if she was going to get on. And Cindy is enjoying time with Kevin because he's home this week and he's gone the weeks at a time. And she's going to be turning the big 3-0. So she's, spending time with the family.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, I will dive in. I didn't have too much to cover. Everybody that's hit Success Club so far, like, woo, keep it rolling. We do have 4-5 days left in this month. To, you know, try to push for the end of the month. And this month is double trip dollars for the Riviera Maya trip, FYI. So just a quick little note on that, the Success Club trip, if you are somebody who wants to earn that trip and have Beachbody pay for it, or even have Beachbody pay for any of it, then hitting Success Club every month and getting those Success Club points is really going to help you get to that next level. So this year they did an invite only based on your amount of Success Club points. So there's somewhere in the back office that you can go and look. Michaela, you might want to check, because you can go under you're supposed to have 10 Success Club points in like the first trimester of the year.
I just shared that FAQ on my team page because Kelly was asking about it, and it breaks it into quarters, and you have to have like so many in one quarter, so many in the other, and so many in the other to do it. So I have just never thought that I'd ever get that far, so I never even registered for it. But I am curious to know, Ashley, just because I kind of know how your last year went for you with like Success Clubs and stuff. So how much of your trip was paid?
The entire thing.
Seriously?
Entire thing in the deposit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
because you, for the majority of the months, really just hit SE10. I mean, you had a few months where you
I had a couple months where I hit like 12 and 14. In August, I hit 24. And then it was, I hit 8 in November, and then I hit 12 in December. And I had 124 points for last year. And then they did a double trip dollar month last January too. And I think I had 14 in January. So yeah, it was
So
And they pay for $1,200. So,
so if I registered now for it,
Yeah.
like let's just say it's January, I register now. I'm, you know, hoping for a great year, or Kelly or Melissa or Kelsey or Aaron, anybody does. So we register now, you put in your deposit, which is non-refundable. It made that very clear in the FAQs.
Well, so you have to get on the wait list, and then they pull you off the wait list.
So which wave do we want to go in? Because you have to sign up for the wave.
Not until you get pulled off the wait. So like what happened for me, this past year they did registration for like elite coaches, premier coaches, Success Club, All-Star Legends, which means you've been in Success Club for 24 months straight. And then they did like top, I don't know what it was, but then it's something else. And then top Success Club point earners. So they had like registration starting January, I don't know, 17th or whatever. And then they started sending emails out to top Success Club point earners. So then I got my email and I was like, wow, like, boo, cause I never, you know, I didn't hit elite and I didn't hit premier, but I was super pumped because I was like, I looked on the list.
You have to put that deposit down, but you may not ever get off the wait list.
No, you're off the wait list. Like they email you and they're like, you're getting your invitation. And then once you do, then you pay that deposit and then, but you don't have to pay for the trip. Like they'll come back and they'll say like, you know, at the end of, I don't know, the first quarter, you owe $300. So it's basically a $1,200 trip. And you can earn Success Club points to pay for it. So if that makes sense. But yeah, so the more, I guess, you know, as long as you're hitting a minimum of 10 Success Club points in each quarter, I believe, then you will technically qualify. And if you're not, then they boot you off the wait list.
Gotcha. Let's shift gears really quick, just because we're talking about trips and different things. Melissa and Dan, are you guys like 100% for New Orleans?
Yeah, well, we're going to go. We wanted to confirm with my parents to make sure they could watch the kids first.
Okay. Kelly, have you and Eric even thought about it, or just you thought about it? Because I don't know if Mark's going to come or not.
I didn't know it was like a bring your spouse thing. I don't know.
It can be. It doesn't have to be.
I met my spouse.
What'd you say?
I said, have you met my spouse?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, that's
Dan likes to have a good time.
he's a go guy.
Dan and Luke would probably get along really well.
Okay, good. Luke wants to come. He's like, I want to go to New Orleans. And I'm like, I'm doing stuff. And he's like, I'll just be drinking beers. I'm like,
I don't know that Mark will come, but I'm planning on going. So
when is it again? Tell me the dates again.
July 13th through the 16th.
Okay.
I just wanted to start watching for airline tickets because I can't imagine we're going to want to have 2 full days of driving on top of the 3 days there. So I'd assume we're flying. Go get a chair, baby. Mommy's working on upstairs.
That's something too that I'm planning on. I kind of want to roll that out in the next month or two with the team and get a feel for who's all going to come, because if we get enough people, I'm willing to rent a house or something for all of us. And then, you know, depending on your rank, like I might do a little discount on the price if you hit a certain rank or whatever by the time the trip, or like, you know, diamond, like you'll pay less or whatever, but just some extra incentive. But I was thinking about that. We've looked at some places on Airbnb already, and I have some really great stuff in mind, like on Bourbon Street. So I don't know, it could be fun, and it could be a super fun team retreat type thing. Bring your spouse or not, you know, there's plenty of bedrooms and we'll kind of just make it work. So,
well, you can count me, Melissa, and Dan in for sure. I think Cindy's seriously thinking about it. And then Kelly, you're right there. Oh,
I mean, I don't know anything about New Orleans. I've never been there, but I can only imagine.
I used to live down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know that Mary had their summit down there. And I talked to somebody who was down there. She said it was awesome.
Nice. So yeah, totally. I mean, anybody can come. If you haven't got on the wait list for that yet, definitely get on the wait list. And then I think the ticket is like $200 or $195 unless you hit Success Club your first full 3 months in the business. Then Beachbody gives you a free ticket, which is nice. And I think the ticket prices will gradually go up as time passes. Cause I think right now I want to say it's like 195 or maybe it's even 150, but just to get on the wait list. And usually everybody gets off the wait list. Like they have enough cancellations or they just like have a mad rush of whatever, everybody can come. So I don't know why they do a wait list thing, but maybe it's for organization purposes. Who knows? Maybe it's just to get people's asses in gear. So I don't know. But we're going to jump in real quick because I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. I have just a couple quick little things to talk about for social media and posting, and just like scheduling, that's not the word I want to use. Anyway, social media, and then Michaela's going to talk real quick about some marketing stuff. And then if you guys have any questions, either post them in the chat or feel free to, post them after or ask after or whatever. So I am going to, actually, I'm just going to dive right in. So social media obviously is the biggest thing that we use to run our business. And it's very intimidating initially. Like, how am I supposed to share this? How am I supposed to do this? Is there a right way? Is there a wrong way? What's going to get me the best traction? What's going to get me the best results? And what's going to help me grow my business and not, where you're spending hours and hours of time trying to just navigate like basic functions on Facebook. So for me, something that really helps is like, I use like photo apps and stuff, pick like apps and like photo editing apps is what I'm trying to say. Just to kind of help give a crisper image. Cause I feel like, posting something dark that nobody can see, like that doesn't get a lot of traction. But you always want to think about, having a crisp, clear image of what you're doing, and something that's eye-catching. I find that, posting something that kind of gets people like, what is this crazy chick doing now? Like, and then they read your post, or, just sharing something that not that you normally wouldn't share, but like the real life behind the scenes stuff, really helps with engaging people and really helps with traction. And just kind of helps you build that audience. So when you think about, who is your audience, pitching to your niche, who is the ideal coach that you want to have on your team? Who is the ideal person that you want, in your challenge group? So you can make a couple lists. You can make a list of who is your ideal challenger? Who do you want to help? Who's going to be most convenient for you to help in a challenge group? Maybe it's another mom, maybe it's a younger woman or somebody, that struggles with fitness and nutrition goals, similar things that you've struggled with. But think about those characteristics that person has. And then when you write your posts, that's who you write your posts to. So my first several months was 6 months. I was very, very generic with what I put out there because I was trying to appeal to everybody. And I don't want everybody on my team. I don't have room for, certain people that I don't mesh well with. I want to build a team of strong women, a team of women who encourage supporting one another, who encourage helping other people with their goals. And my ideal coach, my ideal challenger, who I've been looking for, has kind of evolved since I've started this journey. And it's evolved more from just a generic post like, hey, who wants to join my challenge group, to I get it. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm exhausted. My kids are pulling at me from every angle. I haven't had a hot meal in days. I've warmed up my coffee 3 times today. And I'm trying to find those people that have those that can relate to that. And that's who I try to gear my posts to. Something I also like to do that I find helps is whenever you get those objections, those private message objections of cost or convenience or whatever it is, that people will say, whatever their objections are, I find that it's easy to combat them on social media publicly. When I had somebody a while back tell me that they think I'm taking my fitness journey too far and I really need to watch it and I need to eat a cheeseburger and and like, who the hell talks to people like that, first of all? But right after that, literally the next day, I wrote a huge post about like how people are bitches and they don't have any right to like say shit about, pardon my language for anybody that has kids around, sorry, about, you know, other people's bodies. And I use a lot of stuff that I see on social media in my posts. And sometimes, you know, it can be controversial-ish, I guess. But hold on just a second, guys. Okay, just didn't want you guys to hear me yelling at my kids. They're, yeah, should have gone to bed. Husband's out of town, should have gone to bed, and I still can't have wine because Whole30 is not over with until next Wednesday. So, but anyway, I just think about those, you know, those people that I'm trying to reach and those people that have similar struggles and the same struggles that I had before I started this journey. And I speak to those people and I speak to those excuses and I speak to those frustrations and just who I'm looking for. That's who I speak to. I just did a post tonight about I'm doing a Love the Skin You're In group in February. And I just, I tried to gear my post to several people that I've been talking to over the last couple weeks that have been giving me those excuses that, you know, I just don't think I'm ready for this fitness journey. I don't think I'm, you know, it's not the right time for me. And I just really try to appeal to those people and show them, hey, like, I'm here to like show you that you can do all of these things. I did want to talk about, when I'm talking about picture and photo apps and stuff, there are a few great ones that I like to use personally. I was going to put a list together for you guys, but I didn't have time. But I like to use PhotoFi for iPhone. I like to use iMovie. If you guys have iPhone, iMovie is really great for picture editing. I will tell you this, if you do a video or anything and you use music in it that has like any kind of any music that's not like a super generic music, then Facebook will remove it because of like copyright, whatever. So I found that out the hard way after, you know, downloading songs and making a really great video and putting music on it. And then your video gets taken off Facebook and you're like, are you freaking kidding me?
They took Mason's video off of him lip syncing to that Adele song last Saturday.
It's ridiculous. It's copyright stuff. And I don't know. It's phony. So Kelly.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I've been using iMovie and I was just assuming it was like if you didn't buy that music.
I tried to
I've only used music that I've actually purchased.
I did that with, I was doing a plyo video and I bought, which I've never bought on iTunes, the song Crisscross, like Jump Jump or whatever it was, and they wouldn't put it on. And I bought the song thinking that, okay, this would get me through that, and it didn't.
Yeah. So I wonder if my videos are gone.
They'll tell you, you'll get a notification from Facebook saying that
you should have something pop up that says something about the content of your video was removed.
Yeah, and then I just like click OK, and then it just posts anyway. So I don't know.
Yeah, and sometimes
you notice if you got traction from it.
I think you can review it too. Like you can say like review this post or something, or review this, like resubmit, and they'll check it out again, and then if they think it's legit, then they'll approve it.
I don't know. I just was like assuming that I owned the video because I purchased the song.
They're weird. I don't know. Facebook is all about being stingy.
I know I've posted things and I've had music to it, and then some have been flagged by Facebook, but most of them haven't, and I'm not sure how they haven't been.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if, I know that their algorithms are weird and they base things on traction and popularity and like views, and if it's like gotten a lot of views, I don't know. Like, I mean, so I don't know what, and then I think it also depends on like the volume of the music too, because I know like if it's quieter music in the background, like they probably can't really catch it. But whenever we had our, not this past Super Saturday, but the one before, Charlene spoke, and she had like played a song in the middle of her speech while we were like taking notes, and Facebook flagged that video. I was like doing a live video of it, and they flagged that video because there was like a Bruno Mars song playing or something in the background. And I'm like, seriously? Like, it was in the background. So I don't know. I think a lot of times it's hit or miss, but I always err on the side of caution just because, you know. And then iMovie does have like, you can add audio, like you can add their generic songs over the top of it, and those are fine. I just did a video today that I'm putting like one of their generic songs on. But you can also do voiceovers on iMovie. So you can do a video and then you can do like a voiceover tutorial of the video. I was going to do that today, but then I sound dumb. I didn't
even know that you could do that, but that would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean,
I just put lots of funny captions.
Yeah, I saw your wine video. That was great. I loved it. So Photofy is a good one. iMovie is great. Some like word editing ones are, I use Rhonna, RHONNA Designs, which is a good one. Word Swag, PicLab.
Snapseed's really good for filters.
Snapseed is really good for like, it really enhances your pictures and makes them look amazing. And sometimes I'll just post mine on Instagram and use the Instagram filters, and then like use that picture from Instagram and then put it on Facebook. So those are some good ones. Pick, Play, Post is another one that I usually do. Like I do my workout video and then like a selfie, like, and I do like a dual collage, like where I'm working out on one side and then it's like a selfie on the other. And I do that on Pick, Play, Post. I will say though, like more collage-y type stuff doesn't always get as much traction for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because the image is too cluttered and people's attention spans are like, I don't have time to look at all that, you know, jumbled stuff. But that's just something that I've learned over the last year or so, is to like try to do less collage-y type stuff. I do have
words on pictures. I've been hearing a lot with marketing to like keep your words on the, like in your text and the picture through the picture.
Yeah. So a lot, and which it's weird because you see different trends. Like I see a lot of the coaches, top coaches putting more words on their pictures lately, which is kind of weird. So that's something that I play around with. But as long as like you put your text to where it's not covering up your whole picture, or, you know, it's not like, it doesn't take away from your message, you know, or it actually relates to like what you're trying to say. But I have a couple, I wanted to do a little screen share because I have a couple like good post, bad post. And transformations are great. People love to see transformations. And I think, you know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are great transformation days. And we can always share more transformations in our team page. And we can use each other's and stuff like that. But it's always good to show other people what you're doing and like what your team is doing and like what, you know, your challengers are doing and stuff like that, because people can physically like see, you know, a transformation like this. So these are some good ones that I liked. Clear picture, obvious transformation. This one has a little bit too much wording on it, but I think like you can see the difference in the results. Like you can read like, holy cow, 3 weeks, 11 pounds, 7 inches. Like that's awesome, you know? And a lot of people will see that. And sometimes if it's just like a side by side, people like, what's the difference? You know, I don't know. People are weird. But to be able to see that difference in like the numbers, makes a difference. And then this one I liked just because although the picture of the transformation is a little bit small, she puts, you know, some things in there like feeling amazing, blah, blah, blah. So those are a few good ones. But like this one I like, you know, it's a very clear like image, and it doesn't say exactly like she used Shakeology every day and 21 Day Fix every day, you know, like it just talks about like how she feels, and that like feeling stuff is a lot of what people can relate to, because they want to feel happier and feel more energized and feel inspired and stuff like that. And these were just a couple bad ones, that like this 21 Day Fix one, it's like, can I zoom in? Make it a little bigger, but it's like, it's blurry, it's hard to see, and you know, hot deal, and like very, very salesy. And then you look at it and you're like, well, I don't have time to read all that stuff. Like anybody can look at a picture of 21 Day Fix or, you know, the containers and stuff. But like going back to this, like it's, you know, this is the transformation. This isn't really a transformation. This is just advertising. And Beachbody spends boatloads of money on marketing and advertising every year. So we don't have to do that for them. And then I feel like anytime we put something like hot deal or like anything like that, it comes across very salesy. This one too, like just a picture of the products, like it's just not very personal. And then 21 Day Fix challenge group. And then here's some stuff like anybody that doesn't know what Beachbody is or 21 Day Fix or a challenge group is going to scroll right past that picture, because they're going to be like, oh, that doesn't benefit me. I don't know what that is. But when you talk about your, like I always talk about the feel, felt, found. Like when you talk about the feelings and the way you feel, the way things have made you feel, the emotions, when you get that emotional component in there and other people can tie into that emotional component and relate to that, that's where that connection is made. And that's when people really make a difference, or really see the difference and want to get involved. Same thing down here, like not a diet, not a magic pill, not a fad, whole kinds of, you know, all kinds of pictures and stuff on here. And that's a lot for somebody to read. And you guys know, you know, you scroll through Facebook and there's certain things that catch your eye. And if you have a picture of somebody's like abs on Facebook, you're probably going to stop and be like, ooh, what is that? Or if you see like, I don't know, like a transformation picture or somebody doing like a workout move that looks really tough, like you're probably going to stop and take a look, as opposed to just scrolling past something like this. And this one is just a hot mess down here. I don't even know what to like say about this one, but like that's a great picture, but like, you know, what is, oh my gosh, I'm dizzy. So anyway, just a couple little images of good post, bad post type stuff. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay. So that was about all I had for that. And just real quick on like posting and you know, we talk about posting like 3 to 5 times a day. I know Jen Guthrie just covered a little bit of this on the Forever Fit call the other night. But she had talked, you know, we were talking about 3 to 5 times a day. And if you're not somebody that posts on Facebook 5 times a day, and that's hard for you to do, then don't feel like you have to do it. If like 2 to 3 times a day works for you, then keep doing that. People will tend to see your patterns and then they'll follow them, you know. So if you get up and work out first thing in the morning and you can do your workout post first thing in the morning, great, stick to that trend, because people will start to notice and they'll start to follow that morning workout picture. And you know, if you're at a job all day and you can't post at your job, then don't try to squeeze in like, well, I have to do this on my lunch break. Like if you don't have time, like obviously don't take away from your job to do, to do things that are going to jeopardize that. But trying to stay consistent with posting on social media is important for that very reason, because it helps keep you in people's sights. It helps keep you in their regular flow of things. And, you know, even if you're just throwing out a selfie with like a motivational quote or something like that, but just sharing that regular stuff that's going on in your life. And sometimes that behind the scenes stuff just really helps build a following. Michaela, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, I took a note real quick. The only thing I was going to add is when you were talking about pictures and posts and stuff like that, try taking your picture, like for me, there's a lot of times I'll take my picture in the morning, but I won't actually use that picture until the next day. So I'm almost like a day behind with my pictures, and it gives me all day to either work on my filter or work on the video and then come up with what I want the content to be the next day. So I know it's not actually in the moment, but it gives me a chance. And then I'm not having to sit there and waste so much time trying to create a post. So, that's just something. Also, I know Jen Guthrie talked about this, but I've done this before where I'll do like a mini photo shoot and I'll bring down a bunch of outfits and make like Mark maybe take pictures or something. Granted, I've only actually done that once, like a year ago, but it was something that actually worked for me. And, you know, it was kind of a fun thing for Mark and I to do. And I was able to use some of those pictures. So just something to think about. And then the only other thing, we had kind of talked about marketing a little bit, but I just wanted to share this because I met with a marketing guy for Silver Creek, and I kind of took some of the things that he said while he was talking to me and like thinking how I could apply it to my Beachbody business. So one of the things that has been working for me over the past week or so is really trying to get likes and comments or shares from my like page or even on my personal page. And then I go back to every person who's liked my page or liked my post. And those are the people that I am sending the messages to, kind of like we talked about last week, like, hey, thanks for liking my post. Are you on your own fitness journey too? That sort of thing. Well, you know, when you're getting the same people on your personal page liking your post, you can't keep sending them those messages. So it's really good to get that traction off of the strangers who like your like page. And if you don't have a like page yet, that's fine. You're obviously still working on your warm market, so you don't need to focus on that so much yet. But for like Kelly or Cindy or myself and Ashley, like if you're going to have a like page and you're going to try to get traction to it, you're going to need to run an ad, and you don't want to actually boost your post. You want to actually run an ad on your page. And so he was kind of talking about, you know, don't necessarily do a specific post that you want to run an ad on, do more of a generic overall, like telling a story of yourself ad that you can send out there. And then within that ad in the text, you're actually going to get them to come back to your like page. And the goal is to get as many people to like that post or like that page or share it. And those are the people that you make your daily lists. So I've actually started doing that. Ashley, aren't you proud? Of course, a lot of mine are like of some kind of ethnicity, Spanish or something. Yeah. And it's kind of intriguing to me that it's taken me a year to do this, but it's crazy because I'm really trying to get my post out there to as many people and get them to like it. And then when they like it, it opens the door for me. And then I don't feel so like I'm cold inviting because you liked my post. You liked my wine workout video. I didn't go out and just start stalking you on Facebook, you know? And so it's literally just as easy as what Ashley said, where you're sending them like a, hey, your cover photo's cute, or you've got a great looking family, or, you know, sometimes I don't even say anything personal and I'm just like, hey, thanks for liking my wine workout. Wine and working out are two of my most favorite things to do considering I have 2 young kids. Are you on your own fitness journey too? And I actually get people who respond back, and I actually get people who are like asking me for advice, like, oh, I've lost weight, or now I'm pregnant. What do I do? Can I keep working out? And it's like, I literally think they see you on Facebook and they think that you're like important. Like, I feel like they really like value what you say. And I'm like, holy cow, go. I'm talking, I'm working. So anyways, my point is pick one thing, focus on that one thing and master it. So like right now I would say pick a post, or pick an ad, like a picture, take a really great picture or something, and then get it out onto like your like page or your page, get as much traction as you can. I will, and then get it out there and then start making your list off of the people who like your posts. And, but basically the guy told me is like, focus, keep it simple, master one thing. Don't try, like he told me, he was like, why are you bringing up Snapchat and Instagram and whatever? If you haven't mastered Facebook, then master Facebook. I am going to probably close my radius off so I don't get so much New Mexico and Texas. I don't even know where they're all coming from, but like if you go look at their pages, it's all Spanish, but there's translations. So then I can like see what they're saying. So I just go ahead and message them, and then they come back to me in English, and I'm like, okay. So I don't know who I'm reaching. But it's making it easier. It's like a total concept that I know people have been doing forever. I just never grasped the concept. So
I'm going to do a like page training so ideally I want to do a training group, like a 2-week intensive training group in February, where it's going to be, Emerald is going to be a requirement to get in the group. And we will cover a lot more about like pages and ads and, some more of that in-depth stuff as you continue to grow your business to that next level. Just some things that I want to do with that. So that's going to be an up and coming thing in February. And I'm still in this like page training group from a year ago that I need to go back in and review some of the posts, because I'm really focusing on building my like page. And I've taken some of those tips, and honestly, within the last 6 to 7 months, I've added about 2,000 followers to my like page. And I have no idea I'm not doing anything extravagant. I found a couple posts that work, and I'm just keeping a continuous ad going. And I've probably spent about $200 on ads. However, to have that continued following and to have that additional, instead of my regular Facebook page, with 1,500 friends, I have an additional 2,000 people that I can reach out to and use for, messages. And so that's something, definitely considering moving forward in this business, something to think about doing. And I want to talk about.
So when you don't know people, it's easier to cold message.
It really is. And, just
they don't message back, you have no idea who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, did you guys have any questions or anything that you want to ask, like social media type stuff, anything that you guys want to cover that we can jump in and do?
I just want to say, Kelly, I was just texting you. Your Shakeology post was perfectly fine. I just did a Shakeology post while I was blow drying my hair.
I saw that. That was funny.
It's okay to talk about Shakeology. It's just a matter of don't just say, oh, this superfoods great vitamin shake that I drink every day is amazing. Give the value to it. Like for me, it was like the busy multitasking mom. Like, look at me. I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm drinking my breakfast and I'm blow drying my hair, which I seriously was doing. So, yes, I took a couple seconds to set up my camera and take the picture, but it's you're just always thinking about, how can you add that into somebody who's like you that could value from that. So your post, for me, it made me want to try the snickerdoodle shake because
it was good.
Yeah, I know that recipe. I need to save that.
Yours will be there in a minute.
I don't do any fancy recipes. I
don't either. I've been drinking the same damn shake for over a year, every day, which I love. But I didn't have any bananas today, and I was like, oh shit.
That's funny. Yeah, I think your post was fine, though. I don't think there's anything wrong with posting a Shakeology post or something along those lines.
I put my ugly post-workout selfie in it.
I didn't even.
Then it's golden.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just the product. It was me.
Yeah. I wouldn't stress that too much.
That's great. That's great. Exactly. Because you talk about what it's helped you with. And, I think that's perfect. And then there's the recipe right there. And that adds value not only just for people that are following you, but for your challengers as well, because then they see you're not just all talk, you're
right.
not, hey, come buy Shakeology and then be in my challenge group. You're actually using it too. And I think that I hesitated at first with posting about Shakeology because I didn't want it to sound salesy, and now whenever I do post, I try to just talk about the benefits of, how it's helped me and stuff like that. So.
The Bonnie Engel call, which my Amy Silverman hasn't uploaded for some reason to my podcast, but I'm out of data till tomorrow on my phone. So I just listened to the Bonnie Engel one, and she actually was talking about that. You cannot promote a product if you're not doing it. You have to commit to a program and do it from start to finish if you expect your challengers to do it. You have to be drinking your Shakeology and not just telling people the benefits of I'm drinking a superfoods vitamin shake, but what it's actually doing for you. So, I think that when you stand behind the product and you post something like that, that's fine. As long as it's got value to it, you're fine. So.
And I will say, like, if I post, like, I use Snapchat, and I don't add a ton of value when I post Shakeology on Snapchat, because usually it's like, like, and then there's my picture, like, holding my shake, and that's it, because it's Snapchat, you know. But yeah, like, aside from that, I don't know. And the Amy Silverman call was really, really awesome. If you guys haven't listened to it, listen to it, because she talks about how she's been in this business for 6 years, and her first 3 years was like, you know, her first year was trial and error. And I always say, be here in a year, because your first year is totally trial and error. And you can't expect to start and build and grow a business in 12 months and go from, you know, making $40 1 month to, you know, $5,000 1 month. Like, it's just, I don't know that, I'm sure that there are some coaches that have done it, but it's just not, I mean, it's not common. It doesn't happen. And
so I just completed my first year of the business. Mm-hmm. So I started January of 2016. So I just hit my 1 year, and I was very trial and error. I had really good months. I had really bad months, but I just looked, and I made just over $5,000 in 1 year from Beachbody. So no, I didn't make $5,000 in 1 month, and it wasn't always easy, but it just goes to show that consistency does pay off. And people have now been watching me post for consistently for a year. I have not only the challengers underneath me, that some have really succeeded and are now running their own challenge groups, and some that are just getting started. And I've had a lot of people who've fallen off, and they don't fall off because of me. They fall off because of themselves, but I will continue to go, you know. But it just goes to show, like, if you stick with it, if you're here in a year, you could be $5,000 more in your pocket. Your Shakeology could be getting paid for. I mean, you just never know. This guy's the limit.
Like, that's a huge goal, hitting Success Club every month for a year. And then, like, Beachbody gives you VIP seats at Summit too for hitting, you know, for being a 12-month Success Club All-Star. But I mean, just so many of those little benchmarks. And, you know, I always talk about how it's not about the numbers, but if you are in this business to grow a business and help people, then it absolutely is. Then it absolutely is about hitting that minimum benchmark of Success Club every month, because you're helping at least 2 to 3 people. And I say 2 to 3 because of the three Success Club points you get for the all access challenge pack. But, you know, if you're committed to a business that you want to help people, then that should be your goal. You should say, you know what, I'm going to help at least 3 people every month. And I'm going to find more people. I'm going to add more contacts. I'm going to add more friends. I'm going to show up every day, even when shit's tough and I don't want to do it. And my kids have a snotty nose and I'm tired and I don't feel like it, because you know what? That's the real raw stuff that people can relate to. And that's another thing that Amy Silverman talked about was, like, she's like, when I stopped trying to be a different coach, when I stopped trying to be one of the other, you know, top 10 coaches or whoever else that I had been following, and I just started to be Amy Silverman, that's when I started to see people come around. And that's when I really found my groove. And I feel like, you know, my first year, I was like, trying to be all of these things that I saw all these other coaches doing and trying to post and appeal to everybody. And I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And now I'm like, I love wine. I'm not going to not talk about wine. Like, I love it. I don't care. You know, I don't care if people think I'm drunk because I like to drink wine all the time. But you know, like, and the fact that I have like anxiety and stuff, I never wanted to talk about that because it scared the crap out of me. And I didn't want people to think I was, who even cares what people think? Like, why was I even caring about that? So, and now that I've like been able to just accept and embrace a lot of those imperfections and craziness, I feel like that has helped. I don't know. It's helped me because I can be real. And not that I was ever being fake, but you know, when you're trying to like be something,
it's easier to be yourself too. It's more comfortable to be yourself and not trying to be like, you know, I would like anybody else. I was looking at other people's posts and other coaches' posts, and I was trying to like copy that. And I remember asking Ashley, like, how do you come up with these posts? I mean, you have all these like long posts, but that's not me. And that wasn't me. And it wasn't until I like got comfortable just showing my personality in my posts, which I think you guys can all see at this point. Like, I mean, if somebody calls me a dork underneath every single one of my posts, that's normal. That's what it should do, you know?
You're totally a dork, and that's okay.
You just don't take me seriously. Like, that's not what I do. So anyways, I think you just get your groove, you get what's comfortable. It doesn't always have to be like, buy this Shakeology, buy this Beachbody, buy this. It's just got to be your story, what it's done for you, and like where you're at in your life. Like, I really think you have to get very transparent and raw. I mean, it's truly not about like, I don't know. You really just have to get transparent and show your true personality, because more people will connect with that than if you're trying to be somebody you're not. So, yeah. Does anyone have any questions?
I have an unrelated question. This is just like, I just want your opinion. So my challenge group is like, I'd originally set it up to do 30 days, but now we're like running into February. And so I'm wondering, should I cut it short and then start a new one in February, or should I keep going?
Well, the health bet goes through the, what?
5th, I think.
Yeah. So you're going to want your challenge group to at least run through that, and then start your next group the day after is kind of what I thought. And I've done that too before, where I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this 28-day or this 30-day group. And then I realized that it kind of rolls over. You can go ahead and start promoting a new challenge group. You can keep all the people that are in your current challenge group in that current challenge group, and then roll them over into a new one and technically run 2 different groups, which is maybe, I mean, I was kind of thinking about trying to do that if I had enough traction, but yeah, I would say that you want your next start date, official start date, to be the day after health bet,
which is February.
So I think that's too soon, because you want to get yourself enough time to promote it, and somebody to, like, if they order a challenge pack, like, to have enough time.
When does the health bet end?
It ends next Monday. No,
February 6th, right?
No, not next Monday, the following Monday. So next Monday's the 30th.
So you have all next week.
Yeah. So, sorry, I was looking at the wrong. So what I like to do every single month, I do the same exact calendar. This month was different because we had the health bet, and that kind of threw a wrench in the plans. And then I like to do my, let me pull up my calendar. So the first Monday of every month, I always have new coach training. The second Monday of every month, the third Monday of every month is when I always start my challenge group. So I do a 30-day challenge group, and I'll usually do a week of prep. So that first week is kind of like getting familiar with everything. Kelly, I sent you that like script of like, you know.
Yeah, I used a lot of that.
So yeah, so that's I just get people familiar with clean eating and how much water they need to drink and what clean eating is. And then Shakeology too, I talk about, because I think it's important, especially if, you know, not everyone's using Shakeology, then they can see the value of it. And then the last week of the month, I really promote the coaching opportunity. And that's why I always do a coaching thing the last Wednesday of every month. And I will say this, guys, I was not going to do a coaching opportunity this month, because I just feel like I haven't been as consistent with my coach type posts. I mean, I've been posting a lot about the coaching opportunity, but I haven't had anybody interested in coaching. But I was like, you know what, Ashley, just do it. This is a year of growth. Every single month, you're going to do the same thing and do it every single month. And I did. And I have 3 people who I have never talked to on my Facebook friends list that I am now about wanting to become Beachbody coaches. Not challengers, coaches. And I'm like, praise the Lord I did that, because had I not, who would they be talking to right now about being a coach? Not me. So, you know, I talked about that a lot in our team page. And I think you just can't say enough about the coaching opportunity. And I do those little jabs where I throw out a little bit about being a coach during the week, whether it's, you know, it's allowed me some extra income so I could not feel guilty spending $100 at Target today or whatever. But just those little tiny jabs, or even just the confidence or the friendships or the community of support. And then just a big invite. You know, if this is something that you've ever thought about doing, like, I'm here to support you and I'm here to learn with you and teach you and blah, blah, blah. But I just love that, you know, we're all learning. We're all like, I don't know everything about Beachbody, nor will I ever, nor do I care to, but just being able to be on a journey with other people and do the same things and have a blast and like love the fact that like you can make amazing friends on this journey and help other people. And who knows like who you're going to get in your challenge groups that you're totally going to connect with and have a blast and change somebody's life. So that's all I'll say about that. But same calendar every month is what I always do. So that's why I'm doing my challenge group on February 13th, because it's going to give me enough time to promote it and try to help me get to Success Club before that, like before the 10th of the month, ideally is my goal, to hit Success Club so that I'm not stressed out about it on February.
You have your next group starting on the 13th, which is kind of good if you're doing like a new or like a love the skin you're in kind of group.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be a prep week. And then the third, so there's 4 Mondays in February because it's a short month. The third Monday is President's Day. So you could technically start one on President's Day. And if you have enough traction, you could do a prep week starting on the 13th, or even just do a quick weekend prep or something like that before the group starts. So I just like to give a little bit of time that kind of allows me to hit Success Club before my group starts. And then I just start repeating it for the next month. So, and I post the calendar in the team page every month. So if you want to go back and look through those, you can too, Kelly. Okay. So I know you guys are busy. Anybody have anything else? If not, we can jump off.
Kelly, if you want to have a call Saturday about that a little bit more, just let me know.
I will be out of town.
That's fine.
Like for work. So I'll be at a conference, so I won't be able to.
Let me know what works for you. I should be around. So
okay.
Yeah. Whenever, and I can give you a little bit more information. So
yeah, I'm like an idiot when it comes to my like page. I have no idea what to do with it.
It's a learning process because I don't really either. And I started that blog and I haven't done anything with it because I really don't know what to do with it either. So it's a learning process. We'll get there. I just think right now it's a matter of like, and if you ever notice, I post the same thing on both because I have like 420 something followers on my like page. And there's a lot of them that I don't know. So I always want to put things on both, unless it's just strictly something personal, like a picture of my kids. I don't put that on.
Yeah. I don't know, like
recipes that you try. If you try cooking food, that's a good thing to put on there. Workout videos or workout things like that. Those are good to put on.
Okay.
If there's anything specific that you like, you're running, that would be a good thing to put on your like page because you will end up attracting runners. And then you just pick something that you could like maybe actually spend some money on to run an ad, and you're not having to spend. What do you got, Ashley?
So like 5 things ideally. So like pick 5 things that like would describe you or your lifestyle or something, like, you know, runner, mom, wine, food, like, I don't know, like, and then like 5 things, you know, and then just post about those 5 things. So then when you post, like, am I appealing, like, these are 5 reasons why people should follow me. Like, am I posting to appeal to any of these reasons? So that's usually what I try to put. Like, I post about fitness, about nutrition. I post about my kids. I post a lot about wine and about like being a nurse sometimes, I guess. I don't know. But I try to appeal to just those 5 things. Like my chaotic life, I think, is probably one of the things that I post most about. So whenever I post, I'm like, is this benefiting anybody in any of these categories? And then, you know, am I adding value to any of these categories by what I'm posting? And sometimes I'm not. Like, sometimes I just post a motivational quote because I don't have anything to post. Like this morning I posted something about like it was like a women, Michaela, you shared it, something about women, like empowering women or something. And I was going to talk about, you know, the march and the arguments and going back and forth, but then I was like, you know what, I don't really want to touch on that because I don't want to stir up some shit. So I'm just going to put this out there and hopefully people will like see that and people will appreciate that. And it got a lot of traction, surprisingly. So
I kind of screwed up and said something about telling Beth Blackman to have fun protesting, and I don't think she liked that too much.
Oh, I saw that comment and I totally wanted to like it, but I was like, I don't want to stir shit up. Like,
honestly, I have never protested. I respect anybody who wants to do it. I have no problems. I'm sure what they were protesting was for great, and I respect, but I thought I mean, she had a picture of Blair, was like, my 3-year-old's smarter than the president. And like, then Ben's and I just was like, have fun protesting. I was just trying to tell her she looked pretty.
Her lipstick did look good.
Yeah,
and her hair, everything. And then she came back and was like, protesting is not meant to be fun. And, we are doing this to like stand up for what we believe in. And I was
you know what I meant? Like, whatever. Like,
I did. I was like,
I didn't see that. That's so funny.
Go back and look at it, because I was like, oh, you know what I meant. I wasn't trying to be offensive. I was just trying to like say, have fun protesting.
I cracked up because I know what you meant. Like, I know you meant like have an awesome time at the rally or whatever it was.
Yeah, I just want to be like, you can't say anything anymore without somebody being butthurt about it.
No, exactly. I know.
God.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I'm not even going to go there this morning. Like, I'm just going to be like, yay, go women. Love yourself. Be awesome.
Yeah.
Be nice to each other.
Yep.
Yeah. Not fun to protest, Michaela. Don't say those things. All right. I gotta put this kid to bed.
All right, ladies. Well, thanks for getting on. Any questions you guys have, you can post them in the comments and I will post the recording. And I think I'm going to do a little video tutorial on like pages. Maybe sometime this weekend if I have some time.
Yeah, do that. That would really help all of us.
So let me
Cindy was really kind of smart, by the way, with her like page, not even realizing it, but she named it Beachbody Find Your Fit.
Oh, yeah?
Anytime if you searched Beachbody on Facebook right now, like her page comes up.
Really?
Oh.
I was kind of surprised that it would let her do, because I was like, oh no, you're going to want to do like Cindy Pickering Find Your Fit. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of went the next day and was looking at it and realized that when you search Beachbody, she would come up. So if she really her posts are like on point. Like she really is good when she does it. And she's very good with her words and her videos and things. And I'm like, girl, she's got so much potential. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You keep
it was
signing coaches up. She's going to be a diamond before she knows it.
We actually just looked at her chart and she's not that far off. And she actually wants it now. She's like, now that I'm so close and whatever, she's like, I kind of want to be diamond. I'm like, you kind of are going to be diamond.
Oh, good for her. I'm glad.
Yeah, she's going to do awesome. So, all right, I'm out.
All right, girl.
I got to get this in. All right. See ya. Bye.
Bye.